All right, so this is our first class of the year, and I thought it was really important to get a class scheduled for you guys earlier than later, because there's we have a lot of new agents coming on board. A lot of agents are coming to me with questions about what we offer and how to really utilize our luxury affiliations. How to, for example, write copy for our luxury properties. And one of the first advice I would give to you is to really learn your resources, look at what the luxury affiliates are doing, grab their magazines and scan through them, and look at what they're putting out there and publishing. That's really great content for you guys to kind of emulate into your work into your brand and emulate. It's good content. So. All right, so the topic of today is luxury at any price. For those of you who have not met me just yet, I'm Alex Page, Senior Luxury Manager, Marketing Manager for Harry Norman Realtors at the corporate office. What I do is I manage our luxury affiliations, Christie's luxury portfolio, Luxuryrealestate, Mayfair. I work with the local media and press within Atlanta and also national to gain exposure for the company. I oversee our social media for the brand. I work with some events, basically anything that I can do to elevate our company and keep us competitive and really speaking that luxury dialogue I'm a part of. So that's why this class is important to me, and I hope that you guys find good content. I do ask, again, the social media, I'd love for you guys to post some content. I also would like for you guys to, rather than popping something into the chat box, you can do that. Tori's going to monitor that for me and stop me if there's something really pertinent. But I'd love for you guys to save the questions, the big questions, to the end, where we can really deep dive into those after the class is over. So let's get going. Okay. So let's see here. For the class specifically, I found that it was very important for us to talk about our clients and what it is to be an affluent client and what these types of clients are looking for from a relationship and a process standpoint. And as a resource, an agent and resource for Harry Norman, it's important for you guys to understand what all that we offer, make sure that you have the best knowledge for these clients, and that you are up to speed with as much policy insights as possible to share with those clients. The affluent customer, at any price point, really, and especially these days with everything being so virtual and online and so instant, they really want information, and you really want to make sure that you are the resource for that knowledge and that you're up to speed, because the one thing you don't want is for that client to come to you with something that pertains to the value of their home, the sale of their home, the marketing of their property, and that you're not aware of it. So make yourself the resource in that, and that will gain respect from your clients. Also understand your time and your privacy with these types of customers. That they operate a little bit differently than a lower price point first-time home buyer. They're very busy. They're typically traveling. They have multiple homes. They have larger families. And you really want to understand how to communicate with them. And what's the best time of day, and asking those questions. And if they prefer text, and if they prefer emails or in person or Zoom meetings to discuss the details around their property. And it's also very important for you guys to be organized, to be able to address their scheduling and their timing. So that's important. We find that a lot of agents, I've always been with a corporate structure. So for me, when an agent reaches out to me specifically for support or to schedule a meeting, I always will respond back with a, please send me, this is my availability. Please send me some times you're available, and let's schedule a meeting. Let's not just throw a date and a time out there or a random request. And I will tell you, in being closely working with real estate for the years that I've been with our company and beyond, it's important for you guys to not make yourself always available for your clients. Be able to set those parameters so that they can respect your time, your space. They will understand that you are, also a professional. You're running a business, and long-term that will gain respect for you guys. Be a leader in the community, and especially on social media. I mean, the one vehicle that I think that everyone is looking at now is social media, and your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn accounts, your whatever they are. It's important to be a leader on those different platforms and be involved in your community. I think that, you know, when clients are looking to hire an agent, there's a couple of factors that goes into that decision, but one of the main ones is this person, and can this person relate to my life, my lifestyle? Are there someone that's respected in the community? Do they have resources and a network to sell my property? And I think one of the things that we sometimes often overlook is being involved in your community. And that could be something as simple or as easy as, you know, volunteering on the weekends, picking up trash in the park, being on boards and different charitable organizations. Having a footprint in your community is very important. And to that note, and we'll talk about it, it's important to put that information into your bio and show your clients what you're doing in the community, both locally and nationally, if that are the case. Know the resources that differentiate, know the resources available and how they differentiate you. That's very important. We'll talk about that. And then, of course, make the process enjoyable. You know, with Harry Norman, we offer a full turnkey service in-house. So it's pretty difficult to not be able to give and deliver your clients the best service possible. So I encourage you guys to really familiarize yourself with those resources. Okay, so this slide here highlights all of the available programs, marketing opportunities, resources that we provide for you guys within Harry Norman. And I can tell you, I've been with the brand for close to 7 years, and I am not paid to say this. No other company in Atlanta or even internationally offers even a quarter of what we offer our agents. And I can say that because I'm qualified from traveling to these different conferences and sitting at tables with these different brokers and agents from around the world. And when I sit at a round table and we talk about, you know, what do you guys offer your agents and how do you address this and do this and what software do you have for that? And the conversation always turns into one-sided because I don't take a lot away from those conversations, other than we have spent many, many years and a lot of money and time, thoughtful time, on providing resources for agents, like your websites, your blog opportunities. We automatically syndicate your listings through to our luxury affiliate partners and through to Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, so they've got the correct information. We write presentations for you guys for Toolkit for your CMAs. We provide MIA marketing programs, social media, InstaList, mobile app, AdWorks. You know, the list goes on and on and on. So this slide talks about what those resources are really, and just to kind of be aware and familiarize yourself. For those of you who've been with the company, may have overlooked these or didn't know that they were new. For those of you who are new, these are all wonderful programs. They come at little to no cost at all, and they are exclusive to our brand. Resources to note, and I apologize if there's a little bit of formatting. It looks like the presentation is formatting a little wrong. Resources to note for Harry Norman. Your listing is automatically syndicated to 1,000+ different websites, both locally, nationally, internationally, and that happens automatically. Your new listing report goes out to market listing e-blast goes out to agents when the property goes live in the system. That happens automatically. The AdWorks campaign that's coming, I think next week it launches. So that should be more information in that in your sales meeting. But AdWorks is going to be a digital campaign that is a geo-targeted campaign for reading clients' search option trends. And it happens automatically when your listing goes in the system. So that's really exciting and brand new. You're available to pull website traffic analytics through the CRM. There's also List Hub relationship. You've got your H&R website and blog, which we build that website for you, and you can utilize your blog functions. Yeah, we spent many years working with the different media houses and publications within Georgia and beyond for digital and print advertising options. So if you're looking to advertise and highlight your brand or a listing in a different publication, whether it's print, newsprint, digital, social media, we've negotiated rates for you guys. We've also provide affiliate publications for content and prospecting. I mean, we'll talk about that as well, where, you know, your Christie's magazine that's in your office, your luxury real estate magazine, luxury portfolio magazines, even the home magazine, you're able to grab copies of those and prospect with them, you know, to your car dealership, your attorney's office, your dentist office, your children's schools, wherever. Those are great tools. We provide company newsletters, both luxury and standard, as well as Agent Insider, which, by the way, is tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Dory Love, the 2021 GAR president. Also webcast. You may have received emails from me about Christie's or Luxury Portfolios webcast and webinars that highlight, you know, updates on the luxury market and what's going on around the world, whether it's real estate or it's automotive or it's retail, fashion. That there's a lot of great webcasts that come through our luxury affiliates. Content, social media, the buzz, marketing updates are available to you, and then coming soon through InstaList. That's a great program, an app that we provide access to for your pocket listings, for you guys to upload the information to those and get them semi-listed before they actually hit the market. And I will tell you, I don't know if anyone on this call can share feedback or agree, that I've heard of several agents, many agents in the company that have used InstaList and really love the technology and sold the property, got it under contract very quickly. So take advantage of those, take advantage of this and all these different resources and understand what there are and how they're available to you and communicate them to your clients. That's the most important key here. Do we have a chat? I saw the chat box light up. Let's see what we've got here. Tori's on it. Fantastic. All right. Next slide. It's not going to the next. There it is. All right. So our luxury affiliations. We are exclusively affiliated with Christie's International Real Estate. We have been a member of that network for close to 20 years. We are the only firm in Atlanta that is an exclusive affiliate of Christie's International Real Estate. We are also members of Luxury Portfolio, which is the leading the luxury arm of leading real estate companies of the world, which is our relocation division. We're members of Luxury Real Estate, as well as Board of Regents members, and then Mayfair International Realty, that is our European affiliate based in London, which really targets the European and Asian markets for us and extends our reach beyond just the States. So we've got 5 exclusive affiliates for us that give us global visibility and really differentiate us from others in the market. All right, so questions that I get asked on a semi-regular basis that are just questions and talking points for you guys. And I encourage you guys to think about this throughout the rest of the presentation and let me know what you have at the end if these aren't answered. The first is, how does Harry Norman's global affiliations differ from others in our market? We will talk about that in another slide. How is a local company like Harry Norman going to bring me an international buyer or seller? Will be discussed, but that's through leading real estate companies of the world and our global affiliations. What if my property is under $1 million and doesn't qualify for Christie's luxury portfolio? How will my listing get exposure? How do we directly target the Asian market, which we have some great resources for that? And then what is the difference between Christie's and Sotheby's? It's probably the most asked question I get on a regular basis, simply because there are our direct competitors here in the metro area market and a little bit beyond. So this slide here highlights our exclusive affiliates and what others have in the marketplace. So if you are fortunate enough to know who you're going up against at a presentation, you'll be able to look at this chart and see what is being presented to those clients. Again, we're exclusive affiliates of Christie's, leading real estate companies of the world, Luxury Portfolio, Board of Regent and Luxury Real Estate members, and also Mayfair. And Sotheby's, Dorsey Austin, Glennis Beecham and Company, Berkshire Hathaway, Ansley Atlanta have some affiliations, but definitely not as many as we have with Harry Norman. So that's something to definitely highlight. And this marketing document is actually available in the Luxury Affiliate Resource Guide, as well as on my H&R Office in the marketing document slide. It's a good one to be aware of. So we're talking about global visibility and how we, attract international clients, and how we are also getting some cross-populated business in from these higher price point listings into homes that are priced under $1 million. Well, this is the chart that will show you how that works. So Harry Norman, when the listing goes into MLS and is sent through to immediately through to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Open Door, and then close to 1,000 other websites automatically. All right, so then it's also syndicated through to Christie's. So if your property is at $1 million, it will feed through to the ChristiesRealestate.com's website. And then within a few hours, up to 24 hours, you should have your listing live on websites such as the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Mansion Global, Country Life, Zalbow, PropGo Luxury. And if you count these websites as individuals, that's definitely a value to that, a monetary value to, for example, to advertise on the Wall Street Journal in the mansion section or on their real estate platform is between $300 and $500. So the one thing that I think is important for you to highlight with your clients is that because we are exclusive affiliates of Christie's and Luxury Portfolio, we're able to advertise our properties on these various very qualified global websites. You also will have your listing highlighted on Leading RE, Regents.com, Luxury Real Estate, and then Mayfair International Realty will syndicate through to Country Life. So we're looking at a lot of websites here, guys. And as we know, real estate is not sold. It is somewhat through print and a little bit less print than it is digital, but mostly when people go online to look for a property, it's going to be whatever pops up first on the website. And we're finding it Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, because they're virtual real estate marketing brands. And so they only are online. And so it's important to know where your property is going to be and communicate that to your client. So I encourage you guys to, when your listing goes live at whatever the price point is, do some research and find which website your property is going to be highlighted on. And in your monthly or your quarterly recap with your clients, be sure to include that information so they can know where their property is being marketed, and have a conversation with the value that is, because these websites and these resources are differentiators for you guys. Big question that I'm asked on a regular basis is, what is the difference between Christie's and Sotheby's? Well, very easy. These are great talking points. I'm not sure if any of you guys have been asked this, when going on presentations. I'm sure some of you have, but here's the difference. So Christie's is an invitation-only affiliation. We're not a franchise like Sotheby's or Atlanta Fine Homes. So Christie's is a real estate house based in New York, Hong Kong, London, and Miami. New York. And it is an invitation-only affiliation. There's no franchise memberships. So they don't run us, they don't own us. We are affiliated with them. So we can utilize all their resources, their logos, their content, any of their marketing resources to our advantage, and partner with them. Whereas a franchise such as Sotheby's is, let's just say it's like a McDonald's that has an owner, so it's franchise. So when Atlanta Fine Homes per se is the real estate brand, Sotheby's is their franchise, which controls all their branding, their messaging, their social media content, any events and memberships that they have, sponsorships. So Christie's highlights us as an affiliate, does not control us. The difference between Christie's and Sotheby's from a wholly owned position is that Christie's is owned by one man, one group. So it's connected, the real estate division is connected to the auction house, whereas Sotheby's real estate and auction division are very separate companies. Realogy owns their real estate and their some other entities within their company. Sotheby's, as an auction house based out of London, is a completely different brand. The difference with Christie's is that it's one brand, one client list. Everything is all in-house. So it's a shared network of high net worth individuals. And we'll see in the next few slides what other brands Francois Pinault, the owner of Christie's, and the Caring Group own, and how we are able to utilize some of their some of these partnerships through to market our different resources and our listings. So another thing that's important to know about Sotheby's is that there's no price threshold. So, the Sotheby's brand being a franchise, they only have one service that they offer that is from, $100,000 plus condos up through the $1 million. It's the same service. There's no differentiation of different resources that they offer for those high-end clients. Whereas Christie's markets properties above $1 million. So if you go to the Christie's website, you'll only see properties marketed at $1 million plus. The average sales price or listing price on the Christie's website is about $2.5 million plus, ranging up to $200-300 million listings on their websites. Christie's also brings us the most qualified and curated client base through their partnerships and ownerships in the different brands that we'll talk about in a few minutes. And that brings us a lot of visibility and a lot of resources. And then Sotheby's has high agent marketing fees. So I'll leave this slide alone here. I encourage you guys to kind of familiarize yourself with this. And so when you're asked that question, how do we differentiate between Christie's and Sotheby's? This would be some talking points to answer those questions. All right. Sorry, I have a pop-up here that's in the way of the screen. Okay, so Christie's, what does Christie's do for you? Well, it offers us exclusive marketing programs only available to Hair Norman Realtors, access to top brokerages worldwide, so it's a network. So there are 49, we're in the network of 49 affiliates worldwide with Christie's, and that will give us direct access to those global brokerages. So if you are looking to either travel or work with a client that's relocating out of Atlanta to a city or a province in a different country, you're able to reach out to that brokerage and have a direct dialogue with that brokerage as a Christie's affiliate and work with them on helping relocate your client out of the country or into the US through the resources that Christie's provides. They also offer a fluent client base, like I was talking about earlier. Global positioning, they are partnered up with some of the world's most major publications, respected publications, such as Art Digest, Elle Decor. They work with Magrino PR out of New York and Miami to secure great coverage in the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, the Financial Times, for positioning your listings in front of the right audience. They produce an incredible global publication, the magazine, that it goes out 4 times a year. And then they're also a qualified referral source. The main thing about Christie's that I want to express and help you to understand is that they are an auction house. They are a real estate brand. They connect real estate to their auction division through the synergy of art and real estate and beautiful objects, whether it's jewelry, it's automobiles, it's art, it is accessories and handbags. The lifestyle of the affluent client, the Christie's client, is the same. They're the same clients that are buying and selling these top properties. They are auctioning and acquiring art through the Christie's brand. So it's important to understand that Christie's brings us that really curated and strong global affiliation and visibility through their network. Talking about the Caring Group. So the Caring Group, as I said earlier, is owned by Francois Pinault. These are all members of the Christie's family. The Caring Group owns Brioni, McQueen, Gucci, Saint Laurent, Chateau Latour, Stella McCartney, Bottega Veneta, Ulysses Nardin, which is a timepiece company, They have partnerships with Rolls-Royce, with Concours d'Elegance, different auction events and charity events that go that are executed throughout the year, both in the States and internationally. So they really have curated a family of the top brands and client base from around the world. And so when we're looking at, hosting an event here with Christie's here in Atlanta, when they pull their client base to invite to these different events, they're pulling from these different brands where these customers are spending, several thousands to millions of dollars on acquiring these different products and within that lifestyle. So that's a great talking point, a fun talking point when a client asks you about luxury and visibility and what does a Christie's brand do for you. All right. Top tools to know for Christie's International Real Estate that they provide for us is the client letters. You may or may not be familiar with this, but Christie's provides a complimentary considering the agent or recently listing letter that can be written out and sent within 48 hours of your request. This is a really great resource for you guys to request to be delivered to your client. It does hold weight. It comes from the Palm Beach office. I've got Palm Springs on mine. Palm Beach office. And if you request it on, say, a Monday, it should be there by Wednesday morning. And it basically is referring you as a top agent and just giving you a little bit of extra support from the Christie's brand. Christie's also provides their magazine, which is a quarterly publication. I encourage you guys to, grab those magazines when they're sent to your offices, comb through the different editorial and advertorial pieces within the magazine. There's really great content. That magazine is only available to you as an agent with Harry Norman. It is not on the shelves for sale. So I encourage you to, grab the magazine, pop a letter of recommendation inside of it, or it has information about yourself or offering to add them to your distribution list, and drop that off at, like I said, the Mercedes dealership, your law office, your kids' school, waiting areas, wherever. Drop the magazine off. And, because this magazine is not available to anyone except for through these affiliations, I encourage you guys to utilize that, because these clients want that content. They want that information, and it's a beautiful publication. Social media and PR feature opportunities. Christie's has multiple social media accounts on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Go in and follow those. They also have a calendar that they host on their website, their extranet, where you can look at different themes that are coming up and submit your listings for those themes. They're also looking for PR content. So if you're working with a celebrity client or a notable property that has a provenance behind it, or a story, or someone famous has done something fantastic with it, whatever the story of it is, send those to me. I can help you. I can help you work the angle on that and potentially get some coverage. But if you look at the PR feature calendar on Christie's, a lot of times they're looking for very specific themes and topics that a lot of our properties are applicable for, and they will feed those through. We've had agents that have been covered in Architectural Digest, in the New York Times, various publications, simply because their property was extraordinary. There are a lot of eyes on Atlanta specifically and in Georgia because of our growth. So, take the opportunity to fill that out and submit it. They also offer digital, very affordable digital media and Facebook advertising options. Christie's, you can advertise for as low as $99 a week for geo-targeted ads through their website and Facebook ads. These are really great opportunities for you guys to get your clients in front of the Christie's client base, and those that are searching for various elevated brands and topics. These track your search engine trends and your cookies on your computers. And so when your clients are looking around and actually even looking for their own listing on the website, they will more than likely see this ad. So I always hate talking about price, especially when it's low priced or are using the term cheap. However, Christie's, these are really great, really well priced, great priced deliverables that you guys can offer to your clients and really knock it out of the park for them. So do I have any questions with you guys? Okay, good. All right. Moving on. So talking about Christie's resources, I said they have multiple social media accounts. They've got one for Christie's International Real Estate. They've got one. They have an account for their Christie's auction division. They have a lifestyles account. They have a wine. They have a jewelry and accessory account where they post really incredible content about what they're selling, their upcoming auction calendar. They write a really fantastic blog and publish their magazine digitally. They write an annual luxury defined white paper. When talking about content, I hear agents always ask me, how do I leverage our affiliations? What kind of content can I pull from these affiliates that I can publish either on my blog, on my LinkedIn account, on my Instagram, Facebook? Because we are an exclusive affiliate of Christie's, we're able to use any of this content. It is copyrighted, but for us, we're able to use that and share it. Go through the magazine, go through the digital issue, screenshot or pull some of that content, that written word, and cite it and link back to the magazine. I always say in these various training classes that everyone wants to know what the wealthy are doing. It's that behind the gates mentality. So, Christie's represents the world's most fantastic rare objects, as well as represents, some of the world's most great estates, islands, castles. Grab that content, share it, elevate your brand. The thing about our affiliates, and a lot of agents get discouraged quickly, is because they don't have a property at $1 million, so they assume that it's not applicable for them to use these resources. Well, that's not the case. Agents need to understand what these resources are, create these sound bites to share with their clients, pull content, market updates, and that's how you begin to speak that language, the language of luxury that elevates your brand and puts you into that next tier of marketing, those $1 million, $3 million properties. And Christie's has the content and the interest available for you. So, just because you don't have the actual property doesn't mean you can't begin to speak the language and talk the talk on that. So, we have questions. Tori, I'm going to bring you in on some of these topics early on because I find you have really great insight. And I know that you've attended the Christie's conference with me and some other agents. And I think maybe you could share a little bit of extra value to this.
So I did the virtual Christie's conference that was last fall. And I think we had a lot of agents that attended it, and that was really great networking and content for social media, and just to be able to intelligently speak about the brand when you're in listing presentations. And then I also went on a tour of Christie's auction house in New York a couple of years ago. And that's one thing you can do is, if, I don't know if they're doing it during COVID, but during non-COVID times, if you're up in New York, you can go and request a private tour and go behind the scenes. It was really cool. I was able to use it for a lot of social media, and I just learned a lot. So, and that's something you can talk about, Alex. I think
Sure.
You have clients up there.
Sure. Yeah. So to Tori's point with Christie's, if you guys are ever traveling to New York, if we ever get to travel to New York again, or you're down in Palm Beach or London or Hong Kong or anywhere there's a Christie's office or an auction house, you can request. I can get you access to tour either their auction area or their museum, or if there's an event going on, I can get you or your clients access potentially. To Tori's point, she was in New York a couple of years ago, and I think one of our contacts up there, Dan Peros, private tour of the Christian auction house and some of the private areas that only as affiliates we only get access to that. That's not public space. So I have sent clients to Concourse d'Elegance. I've sent clients to different specialized auction themed auctions, either Chinese or mid-century auction events. I mean, it's really a fantastic relationship. And so, you really want to be a savior with your client, get them access to some of these events and let them tour the Christie's, auction house in New York behind the scenes. That's a client for life.
Right. And I think everyone likes hearing about this, even if you don't have a listing or a client that's purchasing in that $1 million price point. It's something really neat to throw out in your listing presentations, just in your conversations with clients. And it shows the power of the Harry Norman brand, no matter what the price point is, that we have this affiliation, that we're the only one, and it's invite only.
It's a value proposition. It's very important for you to put a value on these resources. And, even though you may not have a $1 million property, you never know who you're talking to. I mean, there's a lot of reports out there right now that 37% of the population buying homes are millennials now. And, that ranging from under 40 to 25-ish. And a lot of those millennials are buying homes at $1 million plus. And so just because they're not at of a certain age does not mean that they do not have the funds or the means to be in that category. And, a lot of what we're seeing is that, you know, these younger demographics are getting their trust very early. Their families are downsizing and giving spreading their wealth out. So you never know who you're with, whether it's a friend or at a networking event or however you meet them and come across. Have these conversations, and even if it's not the person there, they can share that you're a contact. You're a resource for information. So
Right. You never know. You never know who they know. I think that's the biggest thing to take away.
you never know who they know. All right, let's go to the next slide. There we go. All right, so Christie's as a resource. Each of you guys have login credentials to log into the back end, the extranet of the Christie's website. One of the resources that they do provide that I think is really fantastic is called C-Suite in the Christie's extranet. And they have provided thousands of documents about content, whether it's from jewelry to automobiles to real estate to whatever the theme of the topic is. They have got some kind of collateral that you can use as an e-card. You can use it for social media posting. There's brochures that you can create for your listings, newsletters, postcards, stationaries, videos, the list goes on. It's really great content. We provide a lot of that through our CRM, but this is already pre-written content that you can extract, download it directly onto your desktop or to the cloud and write whatever you want about it. You don't have to use their exact copy and text. The point of this is that this is a great resource that they provide to our company and our brand at no additional cost. And it's great for content, and you can schedule these posts to go out. You can review analytics. So it's really great. I encourage you guys to go in and look at this and familiarize yourself. It's got some good information for you guys to use and to work into your brands. All right, so moving on from Christie's. Luxury Portfolio International, they offer really great co-op advertising opportunities for their publications and their relationships. They offer an AdWorks program. They offer discounted rates in print, digital, outdoor advertising. They offer really low rates for publications such as the New York Times, the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal. So I go in and look at their media kit, because if you have a client that is a diehard Wall Street Journal fan, he reads the Mansion section or the Financial section or whatever sections every week or every morning per se, you'll be able to advertise in these different publications, and you can highlight the fact that you're able to grab those opportunities at a very low rate. They offer magazine gift subscriptions to you guys. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but every year you guys are given an allotted amount of the Luxury Portfolio magazine and the Luxe Interior Design magazine. The Luxury Portfolio magazine is free for up to 10 issues. They can be sent to your clients with a compliments of Tori Hughes or whomever sticker at the bottom corner of it. If you want to elevate and select the Luxe Interior Design magazine, it comes with a letter within the poly bag that lists you specifically, and you can sign up your clients for, I think it's $10 or $15 for a annual subscription to 6 copies. So there's 2 options there that are really great. Every year that rolls over and you get, more issues available to you, but take advantage of that. Additional exposure, they've got really great opportunities for you guys for additional exposure. Luxe Analytics are available to run property stats and traffic reports for your listings on their website. And then how do you leverage LPI? Well, there's great, they write a great weekly Luxe trend report. They've got a great blog that they write. Their magazine comes out twice a year. They send out a newsletter. Subscribe your clients to all of these and or grab the content and share with your clients through our CRM. There's really great information in there, and it's only useful if you are aware of it and are sharing it with your clients, okay? All right, resources to note under $1 million. We automatically syndicate through the websites. You'll have access to this automatic AdWorks campaign within the next week. We send out new listing e-blast to Atlanta agents, so that's happening automatically. We've got a great CRM that you can pull analytics reports from. We offer a blog. Luxury Real Estate offers a blog function that you guys can take advantage of. You can consider digital and print property advertising options that are discounted through our luxury affiliates, through Luxury Real Estate specifically. Send prospects and clients copies of these affiliate publications. Not only Christie's, but Luxury Portfolio, Luxury Real Estate, Mayfair International Realty produce publications that are in your offices. Pop a note or a letter in there that talks about you and your brand and your business, and ask for them to respond back with their address to be added to your distribution list, and then copies. Mia is available for you guys. And, also too, it's very important for social media, ramping your social media up. There's great content to post from these various affiliates. Get that content on your social media. It's very interesting, fascinating. You can tag the luxury affiliates. They will share your content. They will comment on that. There's a lot of value in that. So talking about under the price points of $1 million, what's available for you as an agent is luxuryrealestate.com. Every agent's given an agent profile on the luxuryrealestate.com page. It is not filled out automatically. So if you're looking to really position yourself with good SEO on search engines and get your brand and your message and your affiliations out there, you need to fill out your profile to include your social media handles, your certifications. I cannot tell you how many clients have said, well, I researched that agent, but they didn't have a profile it was blank. They had a headshot, they didn't have a phone number. If you have a listing that's at $500,000 plus on luxuryrealestate.com, you've spoken to your clients about this resource. You've not taken the time to fill out your bio. It's not going to pair up with your listing, and it's not going to represent you well. So take the time to write that bio, fill it out, and get that posted, not only on these affiliate sites, but on harrynorman.com. I've always said that if you can't market yourself, you can't market me. And if I go to search for an agent, an agent asks me for a meeting to discuss stuff they want to do, the first thing I do is I Google them, I look them up, and I will see what their social print looks like, what their profiles and their bios, LinkedIn looks like. And 9 times out of 10, they're not filled out. So they also offer a Twitter feed. You guys can post your listings up to one time every 7 days for no cost on their Twitter feed. They have a lot of followers. You can post blogs and testimonials that you receive from your clients on your affiliate account. Blogging is a huge way to get your SEO up and get visibility, and testimonials. The more verbiage you put onto these platforms, the higher and better your profile, your listings will trend. They also offer digital property promotion packages. So if you have a client that wants you to really target the digital with the digital marketing campaign, you can throw money at it and get some negotiated rates with them through Luxury Real Estate. So these are all of these resources, and all of this is available on the back ends of this site, Luxury Real Estate, luxuryrealestate.com, as well as Luxury Portfolio and Christie's.
Alex, can I interject?
Yes, of course.
One thing that I like doing is sharing my listings, not only from my Harry Norman website, but from the Luxury Real Estate website. If you have one on Christie's, like post that on your social media so you can say, look, my listing's posted on here. I mean, obviously a little catchier than that, but
Sure.
that drives more SEO. So
Yeah, I mean, your listings are going to be at $1 million plus will be on Christie's. They'll be on Luxury Portfolio. They're going to be at 500,000 plus. They'll be on Luxury Real Estate. You can grab the URL, post it into your Facebook page or LinkedIn, really, and it will auto-populate an image about it, and it will link back to those different websites. So
at the least, send it to your clients so they can see that it's
yeah,
actually
I mean, in your recaps, pull the listings from these various pages, even from Zillow and Trulia, because quite frankly, we send a feed to them which gives them accurate, correct, fully filled out information, whereas other firms don't have paid subscriptions with these different resources. So it's important to highlight it with your clients because that is a differentiator for you guys. This is what your profile looks like. I'm not going to go into this because we're running low on time. This is what your profile looks like on Luxury Real Estate. So if you weren't to have that center box filled out, it would be a complete empty space, and that's not good. So I pulled this very recently from Anthony Acosta in our Buckhead Northwest office. And as of last week, he's had 40,000 views on his Luxury Real Estate account since 2012. A lot of people, a lot of clients, and because he has it filled out, he gets a lot of backlink inquiries and traffic to his personal websites. The resources that are provided through Luxury Real Estate are, like I said earlier, you get the option to blog. They've got a great Instagram account. You can tweet on their Twitter feed, your properties or personal brand information. Their Facebook page is great. You can share their listings. They'll share our listings on their page. They produce a digital version of their magazine that is great to post on your social channels or grab articles out of it and share on LinkedIn or in your blog site. Just tag the Luxury Real Estate brand so they know that you're sourcing where the content came from. But the point of this is that all this is available to you as a resource. You just have to determine which is the best fit for you and how you want to schedule it out. But this is all great content for you guys to share. Mayfair International Realty. So your properties will be featured, everyone's properties. There's no price threshold. So when your listing goes live into MLS and Harry Norman, it will also be live on the Mayfair International Realty website at no price threshold. So that's a great link to send to your clients because if they're talking about how are we targeting international clients, European, Asian, and beyond, Mayfair is that central dashboard for advertising and targeting those types of clients. They offer client letters. They will send I think they're doing physical letters again. I think the pandemic slowed that down to just emails. They will send a written, customizable letter to your client, whether they're considering recently listed or pretty much they'll write for the most part whatever the circumstance is. You just have to reach out to Kirsty. This letter will come with a postmark from their London office. And I will tell you that holds a lot of weight with clients with a European postmark because you took the time to reach out and get support from our, as we call it, our London office. They do window marketing. This sounds cheesy, and every time I bring it up, agents scoff at it. But old school in London specifically, they have a storefront right in the heart of London where they will market your properties. They will print off a physical image of your listing with, obviously contact and some copy on it, and they will put it in their storefront. And they'll take a picture of this listing in their storefront, and they'll email it to your client directly with a nice message. That, as it may sound cheesy and old school, does hold a lot of weight, and clients appreciate that. So, and then featured opportunities. If you guys have notable properties with a story, any kind of content you want to share, you're welcome to send this to me directly, or you can send it to Mayfair directly, and they will more than likely blog about it, post it on their social media, or they're typically looking for publications over there that want to highlight North American properties, and Atlanta gets covered quite frequently, as I said earlier. So all top tools, great things to be aware of. And it's simple to do all of these options and share with your client. These resources are all available in the Luxury Affiliate Resource Guide. And this guide is available to you on my H&R profile. It goes page by page of the different resources, login credentials, how to run property reports and analytics. There's some great verbiage in there that you can include on your luxury listing properties, luxury properties. So I encourage you guys to look through this, thumb through the pages, familiarize yourself, save it on your home screen on your device, so that when you're getting ready to go into that presentation, you can remember what that resource is and easily access that whatever that is. So I wrote this a couple of years ago as a dummies guide to our affiliate resources. So Tori, any questions or anything you want to interject?
There's a couple of things in the chat. A couple of people are asking, are you going to make the presentation available? And
Yes, I will.
I said, I wasn't sure, but I've been, directing them to the luxury resource guide that you just mentioned. I think that was the only thing that I did not address. Someone asked, can we pull things from Christie's? And I said, yes, we just have to give them credit on our social media.
Yes.
And then there was a question about, are the articles in the magazine available digitally?
Yeah, which in any of our luxury affiliates, yes. In those publications, yes. So they all are produced digitally. So if you want to go and screenshot them or cut and paste those articles, you can. My advice is to add some of your perspective to it. It's always best to start with an intro about that article and kind of give your perspective, your position on that, and then cite and reference. You are able to cut and paste, just cite that it came from the luxury real estate or luxury portfolio, wherever it came from. But yes, those are available through the digital issues. And if you log into the different affiliate websites, you can pull those PDFs of those as well.
One thing that I like to do is, and I'm not sure if we have to sign up to receive this email or we automatically do. It's been a while since I did it, but Christie's blog posts, when they send out the emails, it's like once a week.
Yes, you have to sign up for that.
Okay, so I would suggest signing up for that, and that's a
Yeah.
great thing to share on your Facebook and LinkedIn, and just always retag them, reference that it's one of our exclusive affiliates, and there's some great things on there.
That's a great way to. So I subscribe the company every year. I know there's obviously people would miss that cutoff, but when you receive that newsletter, whether it's from Christie's or Luxury Portfolio or whomever, even Riz Media or Real Trends, wherever it's from, it's good to grab that email and share with your clients. Put your perspective in there, add something to it, and say, look, I thought that this would be of interest to you. It doesn't have to be all about real estate. It can be about timepieces and handbags or automotive or whatever Christie's is talking about.
There's always stuff about wine.
Whatever, wine. Wine's a hot topic. We love to drink. So that's always something good to talk about. And Christie's, they have a huge wine division of their company. And they're always doing information about, different wines and historical stories about different vintage and vintners around the world. So look into that.
That's actually one of the more reasonable gifts we can get from Christie's to give to our clients, correct? I remember Daniel talking about that before. So have them create something from their wine collection.
Yes, sure. So Christie's has an online store, and they also have, you're also able to buy discounted wines through Christie's directly. Because they have really close partnerships with Chateau Latour and whatever other brands that they're representing. Yes, there are some really great gifts on their storefront that you can send your clients. If you have a really high-end client that's a big wine drinker collector, send them a bottle of Chateau Latour or any of those high-end wines. You can buy them from Christie's, and Christie's will ship them to them directly in a box. Sometimes you can have them stamped with their logo or, some verbiage burned into the box. So, is there anything else you'd like to add on, Tori?
Got a couple other questions.
Yeah,
Do you see those, or do you want to?
I can't. I've minimized my chat box.
Okay. So can we get instructions on how to set up our luxuryrealestate.com profiles?
Yes, I can. So in the Luxury Affiliate Resource Guide, there are instructions on how to log in. Your marketing coordinators in your office have been extremely educated on how to do this for you. But if you have any issues or complications, I'm happy to help you with that. So.
Okay, and two more. Does LPI still offer the listing letters?
They do. Yeah, Luxury Portfolio offers the listing letters. I don't promote that very often because Luxury Portfolio is a virtual brand. I'm not actually a real estate house, and they don't hold as a marketing tool. They are fantastic. They get us incredible visibility, but the listing letters I don't think are as valued as Christie's is. And so if you're at $1 million price point, I would rather see you send a letter from Christie's directly with their letterhead in a postmarked envelope than from Luxury Portfolio. Now, if you have a very specific reason, if the client has brought up Luxury Portfolio specifically, then by all means, yes, they do. There is a cost for that. Luxury Real Estate also offers one. There's a cost for that as well to send one. And then Mayfair is, like I said, there is no cost. So if it's $1 million, I would rather see you request the one from Christie's.
Is there a price threshold on LPI?
Yes. So Christie's is $1 million. Luxury Portfolio is $1 million.
For the letter, okay. Also.
Yeah. So anything you do, anything that involves marketing. So if you're marketing a property online or trying to produce an ad in print or social media ad, for a listing, it has to be $1 million. There is a lot of content that you can share that has nothing to do with an actual listing that I think would be good to elevate your personal agent brand.
I agree. Then one last question is about Mayfair. Do they sell other brokerage listings or just their own?
Do they sell? What do you mean?
That's from John Butler. I'm not exactly sure.
Hey, John, if you want, you can unlock. If you guys want to ask this live, you can. You can unmute and just ask live.
No, I think he's on the phone right now.
He's on the phone. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe go on to your next slide.
Okay, so this slide here is, we put this together as an action item. I think it's important for you guys to have some set takeaways if you don't already. And what I'd like for you to do after this is follow our luxury affiliate social media accounts. Follow all of Christie's on Instagram and Facebook, like their Facebook page, Luxury Portfolio, Leading RE, Luxury Real Estate, which I think is called Who's Who in Luxury and Who's Who in Luxe RE, and then Mayfair as well. And follow them so when you're on your Instagram accounts and even Facebook, you can see what they're posting. And that is great content to inspire you to build out, your plan, your strategy for your own individual accounts. Second thing, set up your agent profiles. That is huge. I know that it's very difficult to write your own bio. It may be something that you may ask a friend or a colleague to help you with, but it's very important to write out a bio, at minimum a paragraph or two, and upload that to your profiles, both on harrynorman.com's website, your Christie's, Luxury Portfolio, and Luxury Real Estate. Fill out your social media handles and your content information. And then the last, and there's so many more other things I'd love for you guys to do, but these three are digestible, is send 5 luxury publications to your hot list. I know you guys have, I know the Christie's magazine, the brand new spring issue just dropped in my office today. So you guys should have those in your office, your physical office right now. Like I said earlier, write a letter, a little one-sheeter about yourself. Hey, this is so-and-so, please consider this. a gift. If you're interested in receiving the next issue of this, please shoot me an email and I'll add you to my distribution list. Something sweet, simple, call to action. And a lot of agents in the company do this, even agents that never sell in the luxury sphere. And they get a lot of requests back from publications, and they've developed great client relationships out of this.
It's a great coffee table read.
What?
It's a great coffee table book.
It is a good coffee table book. I mean, the Christie's magazine.
Put a little teeny bottle of champagne with it and do a pop by.
Make it exciting. Build it out. I mean, I keep in my office at home this Luxe. You can't see it, but this Luxe book from Christie's from a couple of years ago, and it's table book quality. And I ordered a couple boxes of these, and I will send them to, as recruiting for and client gifts, because they're fantastic. So, consider that. Well, guys, this has been great. I know we're running over. There's a lot of content. I'm sorry if I moved really quickly. Tori and I have been talking about how to break this class down and make it digestible. And the moral of this story is there's just a lot of resources. There's more than we can even talk about in an hour. And that's a good thing. So for the next class we're going to do, Tori and I have decided we're going to set up sometime in the next quarter, next couple of months, a class where we're going to ask the registrants to submit questions, and we're going to really kind of target what do you need, what is a challenge you're running into, what are you missing, how can we help. We're just going to have an open forum of Q&As, and I think that will help deliver some of these more digestible tools and tricks for you guys to build your business out. Does that sound okay? All right. Well, guys, I can stay on here for a little bit longer. That's all that I have for today. You're welcome to stay on and unmute if you want, and we can talk it out. Happy to do that.
Alex, I have a question.
Love that. Go for it, John.
I had an urgent phone call, so I missed if you answered my question about Mayfair. Do they sell other companies' listings or just their own?
I'm sorry, one more time. Do they
sell other brokerage listings or just their own listings?
Who does?
Pardon?
Who does?
Mayfair. Do they sell?
Well, so Mayfair is not an actual real estate company. They do, so we're exclusive members of Mayfair International Realty in Georgia. So they only show our listings in our company. There are no other properties in Georgia that are on their website. They do have,
No, excuse me, I'm talking about if I was to refer a listing in London to Mayfair in London, do they list it to other brokerages or just on their own?
they are a referral source for you. They don't actually list. So what they would do is they would refer you to a brokerage in the London market.
I see.
Yeah, which is a little too close to home with them. I would encourage you, if you're sending someone from Atlanta to London specifically, check in with Christie's. And what you want to do, the goal here is to align your client up with a firm that's like Harry Norman. So you want to find out who has, hopefully a Christie's affiliation. If it's a major city, there typically is a Christie's affiliation, who has a luxury portfolio affiliation, because luxury portfolio, A, is great for marketing properties above $1 million, and B, they're part of Leading RE, which is our relocation division. So if you're going to refer someone to whatever the city is, you want to look through and identify which one has the most resources up front. And the good news is that you can do that pretty easily by going online to these websites and seeing who's there, or I can help you, or relocation can help you.
So my daughter-in-law and grandkids live in London, and she is selling a multi-million-dollar home and buying a multi-million-dollar home, but I'm not involved. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where it's kind of, she's already handling these transactions over there, correct? She's already
not done anything yet.
Well, I mean, let's get on it then. We can absolutely connect her with a firm in London so you get that referral fee.
Yeah, I'll see how willing she is to do that. And if I need some help, I'll give you a call.
Yeah, find out from her if she would like a referral to a top agent over there, and I can get that for you very quickly. And
Okay,
the news is that Christie's or whomever would make that introduction to that agent and handle most of that for you.
yeah. Okay, doke. Thank you.
Thank you. Lisa, you had a question?
Yeah, you said to follow, which I've already got Christie's Luxury Real Estate. So is it Mayfair International Realty you're saying, or what is the Mayfair actually? What
It's
social media?
Mayfair. It's Mayfair.
It's
INT 15.
international.
Yeah, there's two accounts. They're not as active on social as I would like for them to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, and I just was curious.
They're not. They're not. But which is good because they need content. So if you want to have your property posted on their Instagram account, they'll do it for you.
Okay, I just was curious which ones, because I like to look at what
Yeah,
everybody
sure,
does with the social
sure.
media.
I wish they were, the thing with Mayfair is, and you guys, some of you guys on this call may have met them, Nick and Annette. They come to Atlanta once a year. They missed this year, and I usually host a little breakfast or some kind of brunch or something with them. And it's their firm, they run it, so they're very willing to do whatever you want. So if you've got a client that wants some added exposure and you don't know what to do, reach out to them. They'll say, look, we'll blog about it, we'll post it, we'll shop it out for some coverage. The key here is just ask for it. What do you need? Reach out. And that's my job, is if you need something, just reach out and I'll say, hey, why don't we connect you with so-and-so? They can at minimum do this or post it on their Instagram account. I mean, when you guys talk about posting on Instagram, let me put a monetary value on that. Publications on the low end, if you're going to be on, say, Atlanta Homes and Lifestyles or on Simply Buckhead or the Atlantan or whatever the local publications, the price to post on their account, if you were to take out a post, is about $350 per post on the low end. Atlanta Homes and Lifestyles is $900. So when you get a post on, we have 117,000 followers on Harry Norman. So when we post, I look at how many followers do we have? How many likes are we getting? And what's the engagement on it? Is there comments? Is it been shared? Whatever that is. So, don't devalue the power and strength of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, because that actually is probably pretty more visible and widespread available than many advertising avenues. So if you can get your listing posted on any of our affiliates, that's huge. And you got to communicate that. Everything you do from a marketing standpoint has a value on it. And it adds up.
Well, I posted on Instagram the screenshot of luxury at any price, Alex.
Oh, I love that. See, thank you, guys.
And page of Alex.
Thank you. I appreciate that always. Well, guys, anything else? I'm going to hang on for just a few more minutes, and
Hey, Alex, just real quick.
Brad.
I thank you so much. This is great. I'm going to follow up with an email, but as you probably know, Angela and I are co-listing for The Nest, which is a very luxurious place to be.
Love it. I wrote the press release. I love that. I'm so excited to see it. I'm dying to see it.
Yeah, you got to come up here, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send you this email, but we'd love to just chat about some ideas that we have.
Yes.
About some potential events, tie-ins, and we want to make sure we're taking advantage of all of these different things too, and how that
There's Angela
for our development.
Yes. So yes, I am plugged into The Nest. And for those of you on this call, let's take advantage, Brad, Angela, to tell everybody on this call right now. I'm going to give you the spotlight. What is The Nest?
The Nest is a fabulous development up in the mountains near Blairsville. We are modern. We are sustainable. We have gorgeous, jaw-dropping views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And we have 4 different floor plans and we start at around $400,000.
Yeah, if you guys have not checked out the Nest, it's fantastic. It's they're very well priced properties. They're brand new, they're modern, they're fully sustainable, like you said. The views are fantastic. Brad and Angela both on that note, I'm working with our press team. There's a lot of stuff we're doing already. And then we've got planned coming up. So yeah, let's circle back on that and make sure that you guys are just aware of what we're getting ready to do, because there's a lot of stuff. Kim, your developer's been wonderful to work with. And, quite frankly, I would love to do more with the Nest on Christie's and luxury portfolio. Doesn't meet the price point, but there are some things that I'm working on that will really get you guys some great visibility. And then let's host a party. I love a good party, right?
Appreciate that. We
Look at the good
definitely
part of
love a
me.
party too.
Yeah. Anything else, guys?